Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MusicVillage. And someone just asked us during the commercial break, did you ever get your computer back? And I do believe that was my mom, and to answer her question, why yes I did. And it's working as good as new, but we're still gonna get another backup computer just in case this happens again. But besides computer tech issues that we may experience in the near future and nip it in the butt before it happens, I think it's time for us to check out some indie games put on high display from the Steam machine and a planet far away from here for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Start Digital, or I Start Digital. I thought that said start. Told you he'd start messing with my brain. With their said game, Kahoria. Or Kahoria? No, we'll go with the second one. And the pictures with this game automatically reminds me of Ape's Odyssey with a little hint of Psychonauts in there as well. And according to the maestro, Tack and the power of Juju. Is it because that he looks like a witch doctor? I mean, I can see it, I'm just asking. Oh, it is. And here's hoping in the near future, since he does look like a witch doctor, and it's a she, not a he maestro, that you can get the ability to actually control your enemies with some form of voodoo doll or some mystic form of spell that you could use to try to take them all out. And Maestro said that I'm not too entirely sure that's possible since they're all robots, but hey, she could be a mechromancer and somehow take over them regardless. You know, machines are not immune to voodoo. I'm just letting you know that, Maestro. And the next game that we have up besides machine tech like voodoo comes from the itch.io page of Farfair Giants with their said game, The Night Fisherman. And this game automatically reminds me of not only Life of Pi with a little hint of Castaway and a splash in there of The Perfect Storm if it took place at night. Which I don't think it did. Did it? No. And here's hoping in the near future, besides running into random people that can actually help you find the perfect fish, they can also help you find a cool boat that you can use to help you catch better fish as well. Or just give you better equipment, like a wandering salesman on the sea to actually help you get better equipment for you to use to help you catch the best fish at night. Even though a lot of people don't believe night fishing is a thing, it really is. It really is. And the next game that we have up, besides fishing at night, comes from the developers Metamorphosis Games with their game Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Jonah Hex with a little hint of, I would have to say Fallout and a splash in there of Metroid Prime as well if it was in a steampunk universe. And according to the maestro, we've mentioned this game before, and congratulations on making it to the next step, guys. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can actually upgrade that sword to a laser sword. You know, almost like the one from Thundar of Barbaria, or get a chance to actually come up with your own combos while using that said blade. And according to the maestro, there may be a chance for that. Nice! Alright, well, here's hoping you can also get a robo-assistant to help you out in the field, because you're gonna need it. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Johnny Del Longneck with their said game, Griffhelm. And for some strange reason it looks like Griffleheim, but it's not. And where did I get Griffleheim from? It sounds like something from Lord of the Rings. And speaking of Lord of the Rings, folks, this game automatically reminds me a little bit of Lord of the Rings with a little hint of 300 if it was in a I guess, medieval time and a splash in there of, I guess, the movie 47 Ronin. I don't know why, but it definitely reminds me of that, most likely because of all the shadow fighting that they're doing in this. Oh, and it also reminds the maestro a little bit of that one scene from Kill Bill Volume 1, where they were fighting behind that black tint wall. Yeah, sort of like that. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to use javelins and apparently maces, they also allow you to use a Morningstar, medieval flail, and of course, a longsword. And hopefully the longsword is Excalibur, because I got a feeling you're going to need it during these intense battle combat moments that you'll experience during this game. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week comes from the developers Alter Games with their game Artisans 1941. And this game automatically reminds me of not only Civilization with a little hint of Call of Duty World War II. And the reason why we mentioned the World War II version because, well, 1941. That's why it reminds me of it. And not to mention the outfits and the Mauser pistol. Yeah, definitely World War II. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they allow you to actually take over certain vehicles to help you get an edge against your opponents during this game. Especially that Sherman tank that I think I saw in the corner. Yep, that's definitely a Sherman tank. Here's hoping you get a chance to use it to try to help you even out the odds that you're going to be in during this game. Or even get a chance to take over that train. I want that train. Maestro said I can't have it, but I want it. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out some more cool games that comes from a planet far away from here, yet close enough for you to see with your naked eye in the middle of the night, you can go ahead and check it out on the Free Game Planet page, only known as freegameplanet.com. And if you guys also want to check out some cool games that are coming through the Steam machine via the cargo ship, cargo plane, or subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the Steam.store power page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming button, as well as clicking on that Indy button as well, to check out a whole bunch of cool and awesome games that are about as heavy-hitting as Jean-Claude Van Damme's roundhouse kick that he would do in every single movie he's been in since the early 90s. And if you don't believe me, watch him, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into the music, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.